So my journey with reference monitors, with speakers, has been, interesting. Basically buying what I could afford, and eventually they got old, and I actually just kind of went to headphones for a while because I couldn't find a speaker that just really made me happy. And if I did, then my bank account wasn't really necessarily all that happy. But we knew that if we were building a great space, Kevin kept talking to me about some speakers that he's been designing. And as time evolved and Kevin and I were talking about speakers, I really knew what I wanted the speakers to sound like in my mind. What I didn't know was what I didn't know. Basically, when we kept talking about speakers, with Kevin and Jason were talking about the speakers and so forth. And they went through, there were some growing pains, some iterations, trying some different things with the speakers. And so, I held off from getting anything. I actually called Kevin at one point and asked him about some speakers, and he said, no, just wait. And then finally, the greatest conversation came up. What color do you want? And I said, well, red. I want red speakers. He said, man, if you want red speakers, just get a color swatch and let me know. So I happened to see my wife's iPhone, and I'm like, that's the color. That's the red that I want. And man, and I was stoked by it. But I was a little concerned, too. I'm like, did I just make a severe mistake, asking for red speakers? No, I did not. As you can see, they are the focal point for this room, and deservedly so. When the speakers arrived and Kevin hand-delivered them, we set them up. He started doing his magic, and I sat there with my jaw on the ground. I mean, I literally was like, are you freaking kidding me? This is way better than anything I could possibly imagine. And Steve Mogen said, dude, they will change your life. And he is not wrong. They have literally changed the way I hear things. These are the best speakers I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not blowing smoke, man. Listen, these are the best speakers I have ever heard in my life. And the fact that it's a 6-inch driver and it looks like that, and we're hearing what we're hearing, it's amazing. It defies logic. And when I listen to these speakers, I was actually put them on the other day or yesterday. I was just in here cleaning, getting ready for this, right? And I put them on. I was listening to some tunes, preparing for a project that I'm producing. And I sat down and I found myself, I was like, Brian, you got to clean, because all I wanted to do was sit here and listen to those speakers. They're so easy to listen to and so remarkable. So the journey through speakers that I've heard at various studios, what I was able to get and what I'm into now, I mean, there's just no comparison. I didn't know what was possible until now. And now, unfortunately, I actually kind of cussed at Kevin a little bit. I'm like, well, I can never listen to crappy speakers again ever in my life, because these are the best speakers I've ever heard. I mean, and they're in my home. I mean, this is such a blessing. I can't express it. It's an amazing experience.